Welcome back to the KDPG Sunday edition. A big change is coming in Pennsylvania politics. This past week, Republican Mike Turzai of the North Hills, the state House Speaker, announced he will not run for re-election. Turzai served 9 terms in Harrisburg. He's been Speaker since 2015. As Julian Routh wrote in the Post-Gazette, Turzai's rise in the state legislature over nearly 2 decades has made him one of Harrisburg's most prominent conservatives. KDKA's Rick Dayton sat down with Turzai for a one-on-one interview just after Turzai made the announcement.
Mr. Speaker, take you back to 1998. You lost to Ron Klink.
Yes, I did. Oh my goodness, you have a long
learned,
memory.
What have you learned since then? How have you changed since you got beat that first time?
You know, I had a good friend who's now a Third Circuit Judge, Mike Fisher, and he said to me one time, he goes, you know, I wish, we were talking about another colleague, that person had lost once. They would have learned a lot from that. And because Mike had lost some elections, and that was the election I lost, and I learned a lot. Stay positive, stay on message, know what you stand for, reach out to work with people. If you can't, you may not find agreement on one issue, but you might find agreement on another issue. And I will say that ever since I have first run for the House, we have been nothing but positive. And myself, Lydia, the boys have all insisted upon that, and it has held us in good stead. And you know, you learn a lot from when you lose. The key thing is, and I'm going to use a football analogy here. You know, sometimes you get thrown for a loss. Get back up and run the next play.
What did it mean to you to have the constituents, to have your family, to have other House members, other senators here around you, beside you, as you made this announcement?
It was heartwarming, touching, uplifting. You know, I love those folks. I love my family, I love my friends, and I love my colleagues. Do we always agree on everything? No. But do we get into battles here and there on issues here and there? Yes, of course. It's a democracy, but it's never personal. They are always your friends, and everybody is coming to office, no matter where they're from, to make Pennsylvania and their communities better. Every one of these folks that gets elected, Republican or Democrat, they all come with the idea of serving.
What do you want to say to Lydia?
Thanks for always being there. She's very supportive. She's loving. She keeps us all grounded. She's a great pediatrician. I've seen her with her staff. They're an amazing team that she has, and her partners, her medical doctors that are partners. And we've been blessed together to raise 3 kids. You know, Rick, you were telling us about raising your family. It's never easy to raise kids, right? Particularly in a very tough environment today. And I think it requires attention and love, and a little tough love. And Lydia and I have both been on the same mindset with raising our boys. That's just been great. She's also been very supportive. As interesting, let me use that word choice, as political life can be, other folks could come up with some other words. Lydia's never not enjoyed it. It's interesting, probably because she has her own profession in the family, but she's always enjoyed meeting the people that I get to interact with. And that's helpful, you know, that it's really helpful.
Any regrets that you missed things along the way because you were in Harrisburg, you were in Wilkes-Barre, you were in Scranton,
yeah.
You were in Erie, you had other responsibilities? Are there times you look back and say, boy, I wish if I could do that again?
I do, but I have to tell you, I had a rule of thumb that no matter where I was, not when I was in session in Harrisburg. That's not true. When I was in session in Harrisburg, you're in Harrisburg. With the exception, I could drive home for some things and then go back early in the morning. But no matter where I was in the state, I got home that evening. Even if it was at 2 or 3 in the morning. And that's true when I was up in Wayne County in the far Northeast. Let me just say, I've traveled in some pretty treacherous weather over the years. But we always, whoever was with me, whether it was on the legislative side or whether it was on the political side, we were going to get back home. And then I got to at least see everybody in the morning, and it always made a positive difference. A buddy of mine was one of the highest compliments anybody could have given me, I felt, said, you know, you're different than a lot of other legislative leaders that I've worked with. He said, you'd be out to dinner talking about an issue, and you'd hit 9 o'clock, and you would say, I'm leaving. I'm going to go study with one of my boys. And I'd go back to the speaker's office, and we'd get on the phone, and we'd study for a history test. And we'd argue while we were on the phone. But it was always, it held me in good stead.
Right. You made it very clear that public sector is not there, but you're interested. What would scratch an itch for you? For the last 18 years, it's been the people of Pennsylvania.
Yes, yes.
What's that itch right now? What is it that you want to do? How do you want to help as you move forward, regardless of what that position is?
Yeah, you know, really, when I tell you about the opportunity to help grow a successful business organization and to make sure that the jobs stay in Pennsylvania and that they're good paying jobs and that it's done well, I've been talking about that my entire career.
So it's not different than what you've been doing.
It really isn't, except that I get to roll up my sleeves and help make an organization successful. And the other part is I, even before I became a public official, I was an attorney, a business attorney. So I was sort of servicing or helping those that were on the front line in creating jobs and taking risk. I got to see it firsthand, and I saw how these were the same people that gave back to the YMCA's and the, you know, their churches and synagogues or mosques. And they were always taking risks, and they had to worry about customers, they had to worry about product, they had to worry about service, they had to worry about vendors. These are good people, and I'd like to get an opportunity to contribute before, you know, my days come to an end.
Mr. Speaker, thanks for your service.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
And our thanks to Rick Dayton for that interview. On the political end of things, Terzai's retirement signals the possibility of some very competitive races for seats in the General Assembly. Democrats would need to flip 9 seats this fall to win control of the State House, and 11 Republicans have announced they will be stepping out of state government instead of running for re-election. The Democratic Party put out a call for donations after Terzai's announcement, saying the Democrats, quote, can now take the majority without even beating a single GOP incumbent. We'll be right back.